Hi guys, John with you again. We'll just have a quick update really on the M-41 US tank Walker Bulldog from Tamiya in 1/35th scale. This is an old classic 1975 Tamiya kit. If you watched the inbox review, you'd have seen that there's feck all building in it. There's feck all really there. It's it was one sprue of parts, one sprue with the tire with the wheels on it. The lower tub was in one piece with all the suspension, all that already pre-molded on. The deck, shall we say, had all the little bits and pieces, well, most of the pieces molded onto it, and likewise with the turret, it was just two halves and you had to assemble the gun and things like that. But like I said, being an old one, not many parts, I knew it was going to be a quick build, and yep, it was a quick build. And you can see it there coming in from the side. A little bit of right, I have the build part done. I have to readjust the camera down there so we can see what we've done so far. Right, this is where we are so far. We have the construction of it done. It fell together. It literally fell together. It really did. Did need a little bit of fettling, but not that much. Shall we say? Let's start breaking it down and having a look at it. The 50 cal that came with it. Now, I'm looking for my little bit of blue card. I can't find it anywhere. Go for a bit of white. Hopefully this will show up. We'll give it a second or two to zoom in. It won't. Typical. It won't bloody well zoom in. It'll zoom in my hand. It will. It'll zoom in on my dirty flicking fingernails, of course it will, but it won't zoom in the bloody gun. Right. The only thing wrong with that was the handle. The handles back here was one big solid piece of plastic, right? And it was all moulded onto it. So I just chopped it off, and as you can see there, remoulded it. Just cut into it and remoulded it back into a kind of a handle. So with the handle done, the rest of it is grand. That was really the only thing that was ugly about it, shall we say. Okay, it could have a drilled out barrel, things like that. Yeah, that's all that's needed really. But it's grand. It does the job. The figures are out of the that figure set that I got. I had to do a little bit of construction to these guys. I had to cut your man's legs off, the poor chap. Cut him from the boots down, just so he fit into the turret and he's not standing up too high in it. But he's nice. If that will zoom in, please zoom in this time, because it wouldn't zoom in when I was doing the inbox review on these figures. There we go. Look at that. He's a nicely moulded figure. Really nice. The flak jacket there on him is nicely rendered, and I'll tell you, as figures go, he's quite a nice figure. Right, so that's that chap. The gun, I haven't glued in the gun yet. That was a two-piece barrel. The split was right down here, right down the centre. There's the, shall we say, the split line. You might make it out from this side where I didn't really clean it off that well, as in, I mean, that bit's going to be hidden by that bit's going into the gun anyway. See there, you can see the little mould seam there, or the glue seam that I haven't bothered cleaning off. But if you look at the rest of it, where it is cleaned off, that barrel seam is now absolutely perfect. Whoops. You know, and that was one of those ugly little two-piece barrels that people would have gone off and bought a bit of aftermarket for. Nothing wrong with that, says you. The turret itself, let's have a quick look at that. Went together lovely. No filling required. A little bit of fettling, a little bit of, having to push this together while the bottom fits in and keep it pressed while the glue was setting and things like that. But apart from that, lovely fit. The hatches, this hatch was moulded on, sealed closed, but this hatch is workable, as you can see. Just quite a nicely workable thing. The gun mantlet goes up and down with the gun in it. Lovely job. Works, does the trick. All you add on is the handles, the toe, the sledgehammer or something, whatever it is. A few fuel cans, a few more handles, and the lifting hooks. That's all you have to add on to that, a few bits and pieces. The two aerial mounts here. I'm going to do my usual to that. I'll snip the little bit sticking up, I'll snip that off, drill out the hole, and stick in me bit of guitar string. That's going to go into them and make the aerials. The top, the rest of it, it just, see the way that fits together. Now that isn't glued together yet. Little flick of that and up she comes. There's the top section. Some nice little detail on it. Most of it, like I said, was pre-molded on. The little bits you had to add on yourself were quite easy. They just nice locator marks for them. Everything went in perfect, and anything that's meant to work works without any major hassles or anything like that. And it's just nice. It really is. It's a lovely kit. The figure, the driver's figure, he's the figure from the he's not from the set, so therefore I had to kind of give him a little plinth and cut him from the from the waist down. So he sits proud and sits perfectly into that. The tracks, we'll have a look at the tracks. So I'll just take off. I never. Oh, there we go. None of the wheels are actually glued in. They're on the polycaps. The tracks themselves are nicely molded on the outside. Okay, there's nothing on the inside, but you can fill all that with a bit of pigments and a bit of weathering, and that will do that job nicely. As long as the outside mouldings are okay, I'm happy. And to me, those outside mouldings are lovely. They really are. They're nicely moulded, and it works, if you know what I mean. We'll spin it to this way and we'll show you. There you go. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. And that's exactly where I am at this stage. Just have to get ready now for the next stage, the starting of the painting. So strip it all down for painting. And I'm nearly halfway done already thanks to this. So that's my update, lads. I'll have another update. I'll include the next update, shall we say, in my bum on Monday. And hopefully by then I should have the base colours done on it. At least in its pre-weathered state. If not weathered and finished and all, knowing me, I might get a figure and go mental tomorrow and have it all done. Although I doubt it. I'll have it ready for weathering by Monday, I'd say. So anyway, that's it. I'm getting on to 9 minutes now. It's a bit too long for a quick update. No longer a quick update with John. So anyway, that's it. I'll leave it at that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Stay tuned for further updates on this and lots of other bits and pieces that I do be up to. Don't forget to tune in Monday for the my bum bench update Monday, if you didn't know what that was already. And like I said, we'll have an update on this and anything else I've been up to during the week, because I'm one or two little things I'm sort of working on in the background, shall we say. So that's it, lads. Catch you up on the next one. Stay safe, stay good, and don't forget, go out and buy a kit, build it, enjoy the experience, lads. It is great. It's a lovely hobby, and you don't have to go off and buy the expensive kits. That kit cost me 13 quid sterling. 13 quid is nothing. You'd spend that on, You'd spend that just walking into town, okay? And you end up with a nice kit. Okay, it's not super detailed. It doesn't have all the latest slide mouldings and boom mouldings and aftermarket this and aftermarket that. You can get as much enjoyment from a cheap kit as you can from an expensive one. It depends what you're looking, you know, and you can end up with just as good. You know, the cheap kits have all these bits and pieces molded on. The dearer kits will have all these little things as separates, and you build them up yourself. And that's, to certain people, that's enjoyable as well, the build part of it and all that kind of thing. But you don't need it. You don't need it. And when I've this painted and weathered and things like that, I can guarantee you'll find it hard pressed to find whether this was an expensive kit or a cheap kit. You know? So, we leave it at that, lads. Talk to you in the next one. Stay safe.